hello there. So it's been a little while since I updated, just a little while, since like May. But I figured I'd give a life update. I'm kind of back now. God, I don't even know where I left off. I think it was my 2 years celebration on T. So since that time, I graduated college and decided to forego my MCAT because I just wasn't prepared. So I forwent. Is that a word? No. I passed that up and left on my road trip with my sister, and we spent the entire summer, basically Memorial Day to Labor Day, touring around the U.S. We put a total of 16,000 miles on the car, and she and I are actually closer than ever. Most people are like, I could not spend that long in a car with my sibling and not kill them. But Rita and I just had a blast, and like I said, closer than ever. I intended to make videos over the summer, and I tried once or twice, but then I just got to a point where it was like, you know what? This is kind of my experience. It's not that I was being selfish or I didn't want to necessarily share it, but it was just one of those like super profound experiences that I couldn't actually put into words. Because yes, we were traveling and yes, we were having a good time, but the actual effect that it had, like mentally and spiritually and emotionally, just being done with that stage of my life, as in school, and then just everything that we were able to do and accomplish, and just a lot of the feeling that went with it, I couldn't put into words, and it was one of those things that I actually didn't really want to put into words. So somewhat unintentionally, I just really went off the grid this summer. Like, I rarely checked my Facebook. Rita and I did have like a page that we updated on the Facebook, but even that kind of became sparse. Stepped off YouTube, obviously, off Tumblr. It was just one of those really necessary things that I just needed to kind of just spend time with me. And it was great. I am not going to go into too much detail about my trip because it was my trip. I love you all, but it was mine. You can't have it. But since we got back September 5th, the job search started, and I was looking all around, the Reno, Carson City area, looking for a job that I wanted to actually do. Couldn't find anything. Nothing really excited me, and I'm just one of those people, I refuse to get stuck doing something that I just don't have any passion for. Like, I'll do it for some time, but when it comes to a career or a job, I won't do that. I will keep looking until I find something that actually excites me. So what I ended up doing is, because I couldn't find anything in my actual area that I liked, I just kind of broadened my search. I picked a couple places that I really enjoyed visiting this summer. When I was job searching, I just inputted the city and put in some search criteria, and I ended up in Boston. So I actually moved to Boston 2 days ago. I got a job at the Fenway Institute at Fenway Health here in Boston, doing some research actually with trans men, which is really, really exciting. Just some of the work that they're doing and some of the stuff that actually comes out of Fenway is remarkable. I'm so excited to get started and working for them and actually seeing what I can contribute. I'm really nervous. It's a whole new experience, so I'm actually going to be doing research with the epidemiology team. Still considering medical school, but I'm also considering alternate routes now as well. Medicine is something that just continues to excite me, but just coming to the realization that I can treat patients in different ways. You don't necessarily have to be clinical, but treating through population medicine, which is public health basically. So I don't know. I'm just kind of seeing where life takes me, and definitely would not have even considered moving to the East Coast. Yeah, moving to the East Coast. It still hasn't hit yet, and taking a job here and seeing where my life takes me. I don't know. Just kind of it felt right. It was really hard to leave home, leave family, leave friends. I had just moved into a great new place in Reno, and 3 weeks later had to give it up. But that's what happens. So yeah, just kind of going with the flow and seeing where life takes me, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't know if any of you have read The Alchemist. Tangent. I read The Alchemist this summer towards the end of the trip when Rita and I were at the Grand Tetons. And honest to God, don't think I would have done this had I not read The Alchemist. I'm actually rereading it again, and with how much stress there is and anxiety I have with this move, and just being in a whole new place, it's really calming me down. So I keep reading it while I'm on like the subway and stuff. Like, okay, I can do this. Anyways, tangent over. I arrived in Boston. I'm actually staying in Cambridge at the moment with a wonderful friend that we met through couch surfing, actually. So, staying with he and his wife as I look for my own place and having some trouble with that. I'm kind of just going via Craigslist, looking for room shares and apartments and everything, and nobody emails me back. It's like a internet stink or something. I don't know. Otherwise, life is great. Um, Exciting new adventure, constantly on different adventures. I have no idea how long I will be here. A year at least, just with the length of the study. I will be here, and then who knows where life is going to take me next. Have absolutely no idea, and I'm not necessarily planning ahead. I kind of just stopped planning, and a lot of it was this summer. Rita and I had a plan up until a certain point, and then it's just like, what are we going to do today? And living much more in the present and just enjoying what we were seeing. And I mean, the farthest that we really had to plan ahead was for meals, because Rita doesn't get fed and you have a problem. I experienced that a couple times this summer. Yes, just staying as in the moment as I can and just kind of just going. And it's really fun because I feel like I started getting a little too focused on the future, especially with like medical school and doing all of that route. And that's not to say it was a bad thing. Obviously, you have to be very focused to be able to do that. But I started getting tunnel vision to the effect that I probably still passed up a couple opportunities I could have had. I don't know. Had I not just kind of relaxed myself, I wouldn't have even like looked into this opportunity. And the universe just kind of conspired in my favor a little bit because I was supposed to redo my MCAT prep course this fall, and about a week before it started, I got a call saying that the course was canceled. They had, I think, some instructor issues. So I was like, yep, okay, that's a sign that it's time to move on. And my sister moves out to the East Coast in 6 weeks as well. So she and I will be close enough to go back and forth. I don't have a car. I've gone fully urban, which for me being, a country boy is kind of different. So figuring out public transit and all of that. But it'll be nice to have my sister here. I feel really bad for my parents that they're both having to say goodbye so soon. That's what you do when you have children. Eventually you have to say goodbye, at least for a time. I know I'll be back. My mentality coming out here was, what can I learn and what can I take back to Nevada, especially when it comes to LGBT healthcare and policy and quality, that kind of stuff, because quite frankly, Nevada needs some help. And so just seeing what I can learn, and Fenway is kind of the mecca. So yeah, just really excited. I'm just going to keep my update at that, just kind of a life update. I'll probably do another update, possibly physical update, I don't know. I've had some other thoughts running through my head. I have lots of them running through my head. I'll see how soon I make another video. But hope everyone's doing well. If any of you are in Boston and would like to meet up, I know no one really, so that would be a lot of fun. And if anyone has apartment listings or knows of places, please let me know. Anyways, hope you all are well. Bye.